Are you looking for an easy way to support heart health? Catch the info at the end of this video for more information on the delicious science of Super Beet Heart Chews. It seems as though the Republican narrative, the Republican strategy when they say something radical or stupid, that they're just taking a page out of Donald Trump's playbook to say, oh, it's locker room talk, or oh, I was being sarcastic, I was just joking. As though we want stand-up comedians to be our presidents. And they've convinced JD Vance that this is the way forward. He was on with Kristen Welker, Meet the Press, over the weekend. And she asked him specifically about his childless cat lady comment. And we're going to play the comment, and then we're going to play him denying it, saying it was a sarcastic moment. But I'm going to play the actual moment so you could see that it's not sarcastic. But also, and you should use this talking point when you talk to people on Facebook, or you argue politics, or you talk to your family or whatever, that when you place his comment into the compendium of all the other dumb shit he said, it's not sarcastic. He has advocated for giving families with children more votes than families without children. That you somehow have a more powerful voice in our democracy if you have kids. It's absolutely not a sarcastic comment. It is something he believes, or at least because, who knows what he believes. He's a liar. He's called Donald Trump America's Hitler, and now he's on the ticket with him. These people are bereft of any ideology whatsoever, any principles at all. But here, I tell you what, we'll just start here. Here is he, JD Vance with Kristen Welker, being asked about this, and him trying to pass it off as a sarcastic comment.
Talk about women voters more broadly. The Census Bureau estimates there are 22 million women between the ages of 20 and 40 who, for whatever reason, do not have children. What do you say to those women who hear some of your comments, including the childless cat lady comments, which you've been asked about, but who feel as though you won't represent them?
Well, I'd say, first of all, I will represent you. I want to be the vice president for the whole country, and I want to represent everybody. And yes, I made a sarcastic comment years ago that I think that a lot of Democrats have willfully misinterpreted. But what I've simply said is that I think that it's really a profound change that's happened in our country, where we become anti-family, and I would like to change that.
Democrats have willfully misinterpreted it, he says. Have we? Have we, JD Vance? Have we willfully misinterpreted your remarks? Well, for the edification of the audience and the country, here we go. Here is you joining white nationalist, white supremacist Tucker Carlson, the fucking googly-eyed feather duster himself. You went on his show, and this is when you made the comment.
So we thought it'd be interesting to talk to JD Vance about what he meant and what it's like to be attacked for saying things that are so obviously true. He joins us tonight. JD Vance, thanks so much for coming on. So tell us that was just a very short snippet of a much longer speech, and a really interesting speech that people, I think, should read. But what were you saying?
Thanks, Tucker. And by the way, if folks want to help us out, jdvance.com. Every little bit helps if you can throw us a couple bucks. But look, what I was basically saying is that we're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made. And so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. And it's just a basic fact. You look at Kamala Harris, Pete Buttigieg, AOC, the entire future of the Democrats is controlled by people without children.
Did that sound sarcastic to you? Was he yucking it up and making jokes? It was not. It was a serious moment talking about things that he wants you to believe he believes. It's either shit virtue signaling or virtue signaling's shitty virtues to the audience of Tucker Carlson's white supremacist audience with his white supremacist fireside chat he nightly hosted before he was fired from Fox News, or it is something you truly believe. Which is it? Which is it? There's another element of this interview that I want to talk about. And, having RFK Jr. just commit to endorsing Donald Trump, joining Trump on stage, hugging and shaking hands, having a little love fest for the autocrat, RFK Jr., who is an environmental champion, now signing on to endorse the campaign of someone who believes climate change is a hoax. Signing on to support the candidacy, Mr. Anti-Vax, signing on to support the candidacy of Donald Trump, who takes credit for Operation Warp Speed and the rapid development of COVID vaccines that saved tens, maybe hundreds of millions of people. Yeah, there's no principles there either. But there was a moment where Kristen Welker is talking to JD Vance about the endorsement, and this is how that went.
Robert F. Kennedy, the big news yesterday.
Very big news.
He suspended his campaign, announced he's endorsing Donald Trump. He is also known as someone who has blamed vaccines for autism, antidepressants for school shootings, and recently said, quote, he won't take sides on what happened on 9/11. Do you have any hesitation about accepting his endorsement?
No, Kristen, I don't, because we're going to disagree on issues, right? There are things that Robert Kennedy has said that I disagree with. I'm sure there are things that he said, or that I've said, that he's going to disagree with. But I think what his endorsement represents is that Donald J. Trump's Republican Party is a big tent party. I was raised by two grandparents who are sort of classic blue dog Democrats. They believed in having a border. They believed that, you shouldn't have censorship in the United States of America. They believed in common sense economic policies. They may have disagreed with Donald Trump about tax policy, but they believed in some fundamental American values. And I think what RFK's endorsement really shows is that the Kennedy Democrats are actually more at home in the Republican Party of Donald Trump. And unfortunately, Kamala Harris's party, higher prices, doing nothing to fight back against the Chinese, to say nothing of a wide open border. That is not JFK's Democratic Party. It's not RFK's Democratic Party. We're thrilled to have the Kennedy Democrats where they belong.
You disagree on issues. So you're willing to get in bed with someone who believes that 9/11 was an inside job. You're willing to get in bed with someone politically who believes that AIDS is not caused by HIV, but caused by gay men using poppers. You are getting in bed with a vile conspiracy theory. It's not a difference of opinion on tax policy, marginal rates and such. This is someone who is detached from reality, and I don't know if it's because a worm ate part of his brain or not. I don't know. But I can tell you this, 9/11 was definitely not an inside job. Definitely not. Thousands of people were murdered in a terrorist attack that was propped up by the Saudis and executed by radicals. And to sign somebody on to your campaign, well, I'll tell you what, the way you handle begging for an endorsement like Robert F. Kennedy Jr. did is to ignore him like Kamala Harris did. That's how you deal with it. JD Vance, it's not a difference of opinion. And as far as you we're thrilled to have the Kennedy Democrats where they belong. Kennedy Democrats, as I pointed out in an earlier video, Max Kennedy just wrote an op-ed in the LA Times absolutely excoriating Robert F. Kennedy, his brother, calling him out for running for president and signing on with the Donald Trump campaign. He is dangerous. It's not a difference of opinion, dipshit. Anyway, what do you think? I'd love to know. This campaign, I'm so glad that we're wrapping up here. However many days are left, 70, 60 some. It is, my voice needs a break. My brain needs a break. My body needs a break. The country needs a break. We need that fresh start. What do you think? You can comment below. I'd love to hear from you. You can call, leave me a voicemail, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. Nuts. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore everywhere. I'd love to see you there. And stick around for a word from today's sponsor. For me, when it comes to healthy regimens, the lowest barrier to entry seems to be the only way for me to keep it going. The exercise bike in the corner, well, all I have to do is get on it. And why mess with a bunch of pills or ingredients that you have to measure and mix when you can simply snack on something that's yummy for your health. Human's new Super Beets Heart Chews Advance give you 3-in-1 blood pressure support thanks to powerful formulation of grapeseed extract, beetroot powder, and CoQ10. Small but mighty, these are a delicious and easy way to support my blood pressure and stimulate heart-healthy energy without the crash that comes from taking other stimulants. Find out how you can get a free 30-day supply on bundles of new Super Beets Heart Chews Advanced and save 15% by going to getsuperbeets.com and using my promo code Jesse. Paired with a healthy lifestyle, the antioxidants in Super Beets are clinically shown to be nearly 2 times more effective at promoting normal blood pressure than a healthy lifestyle alone. Human Super Beets are the #1 doctor, pharmacist, and cardiologist recommended beet brand for cardiovascular health support. They're a plant-based and stimulant-free way to help you realize your potential. And they are an easy-to-use thing. You just chew. Head to getsuperbeets.com and use code Jesse to save 15% and access free 30-day supply on bundles of Super Beets Heart Chews. That's getsuperbeets.com and use promo code Jesse to support this channel and to make healthy living simple with Super Beets.